from that update, but we want to get to Grant Gilmore because, Grant, normally we are looking at the maps that have some graphics there, but you've got some pictures for us.
Well, I'll tell you, Frank, I mean, just what Malik was talking about, it's incredible to see all this water literally being sucked or blown out of the bay. Let me show you why here. Look at these wind speeds. Sustained winds in St. Pete, so that's at Albert Whitted Airport. Sustained winds at 43 miles per hour. That's tropical storm force. Wind gusts up to 58 miles per hour. Typically, that would be a severe thunderstorm warning. And we're seeing that all coming in out of the northeast. It's lining up parallel with the bay, and it's sucking the water, not just out of the bay, guys, but out of the Hillsborough River. All right, we'll get to that in just a second. So this is kind of where the Hillsborough River comes into and comes out into the bay, right downtown Tampa. There's TGH right there. There's the convention center. Usually you got the pirate ship right there at the dock. Look at this. Look at the bay. Look at those islands. That's the bottom of the bay. That's the bay floor. All this water has been blown out into the Gulf of Mexico. So it's going somewhere. It's going down to southwest Florida, down towards Fort Myers, where the surge is building up to potentially 16 to 18 feet. Tyler Moore over there manning the camera. Tyler, are we able to zoom up a little bit more, or is that as far as we can go? Malik was right over here. Malik was right over here where she was showing you her vantage point. But look at that island. And then when we come back over here, Tyler, let's go up into the river a little bit. Let's zoom down. Let's go down to where that bridge is. There you go. Look at that right there by the dock. Right there at the beginning of Bayshore. You've got that water. So that's land. That is land where you typically have the river coming out into the bay. That is incredible. Yeah. Again, we've been talking about this. This is the antithesis. Yes. Of what we're worried about, which is it's. I mean, all along there. That is all land. Right. All land. All that water is being blown out. It's draining. It's draining the bay. Let's go to Armature Works. This is our weather camera at Armature Works. Let me see if I can switch over to it here. Look at this. Armature Works over there. This is a river, guys. This is a river, and the water is being sucked out of the river faster than the river can flow to fill it back up. So now you have land. You have, that's where you would typically see, people kayaking, right? Down there on their paddle boards. And now you've got land. It's where we've had our boat parades after our multiple championships. And look at that. That is incredible.
You saw the images down in Venice. That's the opposite there, right?
Exactly right. Exactly right. The exact opposite. We have winds out of the northeast here in Tampa Bay. Meanwhile, you have southwesterly winds blowing all the water that is, leaving our bay and going into their coast. Just absolutely astounding, the force of nature. Yeah, Tyler, zoom in there. Look at that.
Hey, Grant, especially for the people who are newer to the area who have not seen this before. This will quickly rush back, though, right?
Well, maybe not as quick as you might think. As long as the storm stays to our southeast, our winds will stay out of the northeast, which means this will just continue to drain. We're kind of near low tide. We're coming off of low tide, so it's low anyway, except for the river. The river doesn't really have much of a tide this high up. But we'll start to see the water levels rise. So yes, it will rise, but it may not be quite as quick as it drained, just because of the fact that the wind speeds are forcing this and blowing it out. Gosh, we could look at this all day, couldn't we?
We got a timestamp that because I know you'll show the opposite a little bit later.
We will. We have a news conference that we have to get to at 11:30, right?
Right.
That's what we got. So we got 4 more minutes. Tyler, let's do a quick tour of the radar. Let's show people what's going on around the area, because I know it's not just this. This is fascinating to look at, but this is what you're getting impacts with.